Jones have favorite ice cream flavors, one to each person. The flavors are butter pecan, chocolate, lemon, strawberry, and vanilla. Read the clues to find each person's full name and favorite flavor of ice cream. So, we're going to find out what each of the first names matches up with the last name and with the ice cream. So, clue number 1. Jones and the person whose favorite is butter pecan bought Hinton his favorite ice cream. Okay, so Jones and the person whose favorite is butter pecan. So that means that Jones is not butter pecan. So we'll X that out. In our table here, Jones is not butter pecan. But Hinton, his favorite ice cream. So that means that Hinton is a male. So it says bought Hinton his favorite ice cream. So Hinton is not Michelle, and it's not Narissa, and it's not Sora. They say that these people are male or female. Okay, so those are what we found from that clue. Number 2, Anderson it's not Michelle. So, do we have any other clues as to who is the one whose favorite is lemon, Zora, or Nerissa? So, I'm not seeing anything. Zora's favorite is not butter pecan, but she likes it anyway. Okay, so Michelle is a possibility for butter pecan. And do we have anything here about the name Dowden? Could be Michelle. is Michelle Jones. And she likes chocolate ice cream. Alright, so let's see if we're right about that. Go back here to the solutions. Okay, so Elmer Hinton likes strawberry. Elmer Hinton, strawberry. That one is correct. Frank Anderson is vanilla. Frank Anderson, vanilla. And Michelle Jones, chocolate. Michelle Jones, chocolate. Narissa Dowden, butter pecan. Narissa Dowden, butter pecan. And Sora Garvey likes lemon. Sora Garvey, lemon. So we got that one all done. Very correct on all of them. So let's see, should we play one more? This is Playground Games. Charles, Edward, Irene, Jose, and Patricia, whose last names are Bingham, Bingman, Darby, Fry, Morgan, and Wilson, each have a favorite game, which are hide and seek, Red Rover, Red Light, Green Light, Simon Says, and Tag. Read the clues to find each person's full name and their favorite game. The boy whose favorite game is hide and seek is a year younger than Darby. So the boy's favorite game is hide and seek. So hide and seek. Hide and seek is not Irene or Patricia. And is a year younger than Darby. So Darby is not hide and seek. And number 2. Patricia likes to play Red Rover almost as much as she likes to play her favorite game. So Patricia, they're saying her favorite game is not Red Rover, but she still likes it. Okay. Number 3, Morgan invited Jose and Fry to her birthday party. So that means that Morgan is a female, so not Charles, not Edward, not Jose. Morgan invited Fry and Jose. So Fry is not Jose. Morgan is not Jose. Morgan is not Jose. We have that. Morgan invited Fry and Jose to her birthday party. Charles and the boy whose favorite game is Red Light, Green Light got in trouble in school yesterday, and it didn't help their moods any when Fry teased them both about it. So Charles is not Red Light, Green Light. And the boy whose favorite game is Red Light, Green Light. So that means that a girl is not Red Light, Green Light. So that is not Irene or Patricia. And Fry is not Red Light, Green Light. Fry is not Is red light, green light a running game? I'm not even 100% sure. Red Rover is. Tag is. I'm not sure. I don't remember how to play red light, green light. It's like where you stop and then you can go. So I sort of